Can I curse? I don't know if I can.
Please,
Okay.
you must. It's a necessity.
So Democratic establishment candidates are full of shit. And I need people to understand that. And we need to get out of this like vicious pendulum swing cycle where we go from one terrible administration to another terrible administration. They just have different branding. But in the end, they do nothing for ordinary people. And that's what people are hungry for. I think that's part of what explains the popularity of Zoran Mamdani in this mayoral race in New York City. You know, he's running as a Democrat, but he's very different in his messaging compared to other establishment Democrat candidates.
It's funny you say that. I was just going to ask you whether you think that partially explains the success of Zoran Mamdani, because he was up against this perfect foil in Andrew Cuomo. I mean, you couldn't have almost a more perfect foil in Andrew Cuomo. And that's a good, I think, point also to bring in this clip of Gavin Newsom going on the Sean Ryan show. Newsom, I'm really curious what you think about this, Anna, strikes me as someone who is smart enough to know where the winds are blowing, but not honest enough to sort of pull off the strategy. Like he knows what the strategy should be, but he can't quite execute on it because he is such a career politician whose driving force is power and ambition rather than any sort of first principle. So we can go ahead and roll S3 here. This is Gavin Newsom on the Sean Ryan show, which is obviously very popular with the right.
About people being outside even. And we realized then, after the fact, what the hell are we doing shutting down the beaches and open areas and, and not understanding that early on. And so I think that of all issues, looking back, I remember Florida, there was a big issue too, even there.
He's so cool and relatable in his genes. And but like between Cuomo and Newsom, these are actually two really good examples of people who represent the Democratic Party establishment who have not fully reckoned with their unpopularity during the COVID crisis and are now sort of trying to be, as powerful as they were before without, I don't know, maybe actually even being seriously introspective as opposed to whatever the hell that was.
You're absolutely right, okay, in your analysis. And let me just say, you know that I like you when I'm willing to sit through a podcast episode featuring Gavin Newsom just to prepare for this. Okay,
God bless.
I can't stand him. I can't stand his raspy voice. And it's not for any superficial reason other than the fact that I live in California. Mm-hmm. I've had the displeasure of experiencing what his leadership actually looks like. He's a snake oil salesman. He's a terrible person.